Yo, what's up, gamers? So today, welcome in. This will be my first video of the first Descendant. Mainly this video is going to be covering Lepic. We're going to be covering how to initially start doing builds on guns and your characters. I'm also going to show you a good build for normal Lepic, as well as being able to play part of these builds in hard mode. The reason why I'm doing it like this is most gamers out there that you know of, you'll start up looking up for a build and you're brand new to the game, but yet all you're seeing are in-game builds that you've got to grind for hours and hours and hours for. So I decided I'm going to help you all out a little bit. Because the average gamer out there that, you know, may have a 9-to-5 job, is not going to have time to sit here for 8 to 16 hours to grind out everything you need just for this one build. So this is to help with that. Now, if you have that time, of course, you can make the bigger and better builds, and I will have updated builds even from that. Now, just like everybody else and everything else, these mods are only to maybe help get you there and start you somewhere. There are better mods, and I agree with that. If you feel like you know a better mod that may work in place of something, please go ahead and use it. I'm just trying to give you a good starting point. Also, I know some of the mods that I'm using on this build are not readily available right away, and you may have to grind for them, and the weapons as well. Again though, if you have a mod that you think might work better, go for it. This is mainly to help the new players, the returning players, and that, you know, average gamer that does have a 9-to-5 job. With that being said, let's get into this. The videos that you just saw beforehand was first the mobbing build. That was on a 100% hard dungeon. The boss build, which was on a normal dead bride, and a gun build that was on another 100% hard dungeon. So you know you can use these in hard. If they can do good in hard, you know they can do good in normal. So let's get into these builds and we'll go from there. Okay, so from first start here, if you're new to the game, you probably have no idea what we're looking at. If you're a returning player, you're probably like me and went, there's a new set of components out there? Yeah, well, they're not completely new, but you can only get them in hard. So if you are new, you are not going to be able to use Slayer. Use the best you can. I had what I needed for this build, and I'm not going to lie to you, since I got Slayer, I got rid of them. Use the best purple that you can find and do it. If you want to get Slayer for your build, please come to my Twitch channel. I will help you out. We'll grind it out to where you can get your Slayer. Your reactor is actually kind of important for this. I was using this even in the dungeons. In the dungeons, you want that tech skill boost. In my opinion, that's very, very good. When you go against the boss, obviously, you're going to want that additional skill attack when attacking Colossus. It's going to cause a lot more damage. And again, this assault rifle weapon group mounted, that's mainly for the boss. On hard mode, that's definitely going to make a difference. On normal mode, not that much, but that is why I do have an assault rifle on my build. But we're going to go over my gun choice here in a second. First though, I want to go over the mods. Now, we'll do the mobbing one first, because I also think this is probably the best universal one that you can use. In a way. Because even the your number 4, which is what this impacts, you'll get more shots on a boss as well as mobs. Which the mobs are important, right? So, increased efficiency. That is how that gun lasted forever. And you're doing, let's just call them noob tubes. You're just shoving them out there, right? MP is no longer consumed while a unique weapon is active. It consumes MP while attacking with a unique weapon. So what do you want? You want to be able to keep your MP longer. As a new and returning player, still in normal, that's going to be hard to do. In hard mode, of course, there are plenty of ways to do that. I do not have any of them up. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do that. MP collector would be great on this for hard mode. And then there's another one. MP accelerant. If you have either one of these, I do recommend putting them on. I would probably take skill extension off because a normal, yeah. Singular specialist, you're going to want to keep that on, or even pull this off and put one of those on if you have that instead of this, or vice versa, you know what I mean? Now that that's covered, you're going to want some increased HP. Lepic is strong, but he does also die pretty easy in a big crew of mods, you know what I mean? From there, you are going to either want this or MP accelerant or an MP collector. You get more fire, you get more skill damage, which honestly, you're a fire guy, you're going to want that skill damage because what are you doing? You're shoving noob tubes and you're killing things, and you're killing things at a high rate of speed. Fire specialist, obviously, you're a fire dude. You're going to want that fire. Some of these you may not have to start with. If you've been around for a little bit, you should. If you're able to do 400% dungeons, you'll definitely be able to get these. And then once again, if you need help getting some of these mods, please come to my Twitch. I will help you out. I'll run you through some 400% dungeons and see if we can get them. I'm also going to show you a way that you can look these up to figure out where you need to go to grind them out. Dual claw is good, but another good one to use for these, only if you have them. Long distance maneuvering or mid-air maneuvering, either one of these. As you upgrade these, see that plus 10, you'll get more room. The ones that I have that say plus 15 on them, this would say 65. That's what that is for. So let's keep going. Singular specialist, you'll get more power in your singular skill. So when you activate your number 4 for this, you'll get more power in your singular skill. It gives more damage, and trust me, you're gonna love it. I didn't use it at first, and as soon as I started using it, I use it on every build I have now. Skill extension, obviously, more duration. Since this uses MP, you don't really need this. So if you can take that off and for something that'll gain you more MP, or you can hold the MP, that's what you want. But right now, for this kind of build and for this kind of video, this is what you want. Nimble fingers. Now, nimble fingers is on every build I use. This thing is amazing. Skill cooldown. Mine's going to be a little bit higher because I'll put my maxed one on here, but make sure you get one of these. You will use nimble fingers on every build you use from here on out. This thing is amazing. It helps so much, especially when you start using, say, Viesa or Freyna or even Bunny, which all of those, we got videos coming out for those too, so make sure you're around for those. Boss build is very, very similar. There's not a whole lot of difference here. Only thing is your chance to recover MP when using your skill. That's going to help because when you're using your 4, you're hitting that boss, you have a chance to recover MP while you're hitting that boss, which gives you more shots. Once again, we have increased HP, skill extension, nimble fingers, fire, and singular specialist. These are all the same, right? We don't need to go over those again because I already told you why they're there. Front lines, you're going to want that critical hit on the bosses. It helps go down faster. You hit those weak points, you grapple up and you rip them off, and then boom, they're dead. Gun build. With Lepic, especially when you're a new player, you're going to be using your gun a lot. But really, you don't need this. It just helps. As a new player, I do suggest this one maybe a little bit more, because once again, you don't need this and you don't really need this. They just kind of help you out. And I know you guys see that 60 up here. You're going to only have a max of 50 unless you update that. And I'm going to show you how to do this in this video as well, because I want everybody to know how to do their builds, what everything kind of means, and how you can get it up to module capacity 85, just like the big boys have them. All right. So this one, overclock no longer increases skill power, increases firearm attack instead. That's your number 2. So when you hit your number 2, your bullets turn into fire, right? That's that guy. So turns into fire, it gets weak point, and you see it just kind of decimates all, right? Right. So instead of increasing your skill power, now you got more firearm. So we'll go over the weapons, but your assault rifle will gain more firearm. Your tactical rifles, all that stuff, it increases it a lot. You saw it in that video. Again, that was on a hard mode, all right? Singular specialist, we went over that one. We've been over this one, critical hit and firepower. You're going to want it. You're going to want it. Just take it. If you don't have this mod, it's okay. Do something like fire specialist. I know it's already there, but make sure it's like something else that'll help you get that critical hit. Which, of course, you got your search bar, so you can just put it in crit and look through and see if there's anything else in here. Skill insight, another great one. So if you don't have fire integration, there you go. Use skill insight, you'll be perfectly fine. Fire specialist, obviously you want to increase your fire. Strong mentality as your skill cost comes down. Skill cost mixed with nimble fingers, think about that. You're going to get your skills a lot faster and a lot more often, so you're going to be able to keep your gun up that entire time. Skill extension, skill duration. So between, you got your gun being able to come up the entire time, keeping those fire mods on with your duration. So by the time it's done, you'll have a little reload time, and then bam, you'll have it again. Critical hit. Critical hit, critical hit, critical hit. You're going to want as much critical hit as you can get, especially if you're a new player still going through the normal. That last boss is a kind of a pain. So you're going to want that critical hit. Emergency measures, critical hit, critical hit, and critical hit. This is all about hitting critical shots. Just take my word for it. If you're still on normal, you're going to want it. If you're on hard, you may have some better mods by now that you can split some of these out, but you're still going to want that critical hit. Since you're not going to be doing a full mobbing build, and this is all about firepower, you're going to want it. And of course, nimble fingers. So let's talk about how am I supposed to build this to where I can get 85 mod capacity on here and I can get those big builds that I'm seeing on some of the bigger guys. Well, I'm going to explain it to you. Getting this modded in. So what you're going to want first off is one of these, an energy activator. This energy activator will bring you from 60 to 80 as you see here, right? That's right here, energy activator use count right here, okay? That'll bring you up tons and you'll be able to play around with some different mods a little bit differently. Module capacity, you can actually put little module things right here. It won't let me because I'm full. So you see how it's green right here? That's how you know that there's one there. Again, that's how you go here. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm waiting for an ultimate Lepic to put stuff in. With these builds, you don't need ultimate Lepic. Obviously, right there, this is a base Lepic. But you'll have crystallization catalyst where you can say that. I'm not going to apply it, but you just put it there, assign catalyst, and you're good to go. Okay? That's how this works. Now, since I have 3 different builds, I could be putting catalysts on this one. But say I put this doohickey, wow, cerulean right here. Oh, that's not cerulean. Ruh-roh. This mod's about to go away. So just think about that. My personal recommendation, take a picture of that. That way when you go back later, after you're done with your mobbing build or your boss build, which, I mean, if you're going to do that, you can just switch that up there. Boom. Okay. You can, I would take a, screenshot of this as well. Also, if you don't, so it's a little bit easier for you to copy these builds. Go ahead and screenshot these all you want. My builds are your builds. And again, for before my comments get lit up, this is the best that I could come up with for a newer and returning player. If you've been around for a little bit, these are not going to be the best for you. There will be another build of Lepic when I get Ultimate Lepic that's going to have a bigger, juicier build on it. And it's mainly going to be for bossing. So keep that in mind. But back to the building. So you get this build up, and now you look back to your boss build and all your mods are gone because it was in different spots. That's okay. This is a triangle, right? So you put your little crystallization on triangle, bring it down, go to bossing, and now this thing's gone because it's not a triangle. So you can put that, I call it the hook, but put Ruddle right here, as well as the triangle, and it's not going to take it away. You can just put it on there and you're good to go. Building 101. Now, weapons. Greg's Reversed Fate. This is my favorite weapon when it comes to fire builds. There is one other weapon I would say to grind for if you can, and that's Enduring Legacy. I do not have it yet, otherwise I would be showing it off. But I think if you run Greg's Reversed Fate as well as Enduring Legacy, you're going to be almost unstoppable. So, let me tell you why. Greg's Reversed Fate is the reason why in those videos you saw those lasers coming down and landing on top of enemies. That is its unique ability for bombardment. I still need to max this one out for hard mode, but for normal, a base mode just like this will work just fine. It works just fine on hard mode just the way it is, but I know it can be better. Building these is about exactly the same. Just go in there and voila. Right now, this is my best build for this. I have not put any energy accelerators in it or anything like that. I've been waiting, get my frames done first, then I'll work on my weapons. That's the way I'm doing it. Does not mean that's the way you need to do it. You can do your weapons first and then your frames if you want. Whatever works best for you. But this is the best one I have right now for this. And again, I only use this on my fire builds. So Blair and Lepic. There will be a Blair build coming out very soon. But we're going to try to do as many builds in order as we can. So my next video will be Viesa, and if I can get Ajax, that'll be Ajax will be next, and then Bunny. Just trying to keep you guys all in the loop. That's kind of how I'm planning on doing this. Fallen Hope is mainly for Freydown, but it's an assault rifle with this. works just fine. It works perfectly. You can inflict poison as well as do everything else with it. It works amazing. This is probably my second favorite rifle in the game, right behind Greg's gun. We'll just call it Greg's gun. It works amazing. It really is a really fun gun to get. It does kind of suck to grind out, but if you have the time to do it, I do suggest doing it. Smithereens, if you've been around for a little bit, you already know this is the best shotgun in the game. I did not use it in any of the videos because I wanted to make sure you guys knew you could do it just fine on the weapons build without using anything else but your first weapon. This thing though is absolutely amazing and it melts bosses. I'm using it just as is on hard and it's just, ugh. This is my Smithereens build for now. I have used an energy because I use this thing all the time. So go ahead and screenshot this if you would like. Again though, this is what I think is best for this. If you believe you have something else that works better for it, use it. Go ahead. I'm just trying to help people get a new setting or a good place to start. I'm not saying you're gonna have this gun to start with, but it's a good one to go for. And that's pretty much my build for this. Now, if you're wondering, how do I enhance mods? How am I supposed to build a mod up to where it's maxed out? Or I have all these extra mods and I don't know what to do with them. What can I do with them? Are you able to sell them? Like, what goes on? They're just taking up inventory space. But you go to this guy, Salon. Just follow my path and you'll find him. I'll move my camera real quick. You got enhance, dismantle, and combine. So to enhance them, it's pretty easy. You just bring it up, you choose one, bam, you enhance them. You use them by QPR shards. The way you get QPR shards is by doing the missions. Hard mode, you're going to get more. Normal, you're not going to get as many, so it's okay. But if you have extras, go to normal, sort the quantity. Those are all my extras. Dismantle them. Now I have more QPR shards. Same thing, I can go to rare, do the same thing. Bam. Ultimate, do the same thing. Bam. So I have even more shards doing that. Combine modules. Grab your extras. Don't use anything that you want to keep. You want to keep at least one of each. So I can only have 2 of these. But you want to put in 4 of them. You hit combine. You may or may not get a mod that you already have, or that you don't have. But on normal mode, this could save you. You could get a transcendent mod just by getting, the same red mod over and over and over again. Put it in here, bam, you might get a new one. If you're on hard mode, again, same thing. You might get a mod for your ultimate that you've been trying to get. Bam, there you go. But that's probably going to do it for this video. Please comment your reactions to this. I would love to see everybody's comments on them. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all stay safe, stay warm. It's been cold out there lately. Don't forget to come follow me on Twitch. Link is down below. We're live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I hope to see you then. Have a good one. Laters.